You may recall that we used the boxing menu to calculate the volumes between our boxing layers. However, it's never a good idea to rely on just one source for volume calculations like that. So we're going to triangulate each of our boxing layers, including our design surface, and that will also aid in our machine control files if we require them. So to start with, go back to view number 1 and turn off the alignment string and just leave on your design sections and strings. We can then call up the tin from a data source and we give it a name, and the name will be tin road 1. The new tin name will be called road 1, and making sure that we press enter we'll fill in the model, and we'll just change the color to magenta. Our data will be these two models here, which are on view number 1, and under nulling we'll apply nulling and we'll just give it a length of 0.1 and click on triangulate. Now don't close this panel down just yet because we will use it again shortly, but for starters just turn on tin road 1 and just zoom in and check that it's all okay. We can go to view, send tinge rasters to the back, and that'll allow us then to have our strings on top. So in areas like this where we go through an intersection or any sharp curves, something like that, it's a good idea just to check to make sure that our nulling was applied correctly. If everything's okay, you can then use the create tin boundary option, and we'll call it tin road 1 is the tin we're going to create the boundary around, and the model for the tin, I always like to use the tin name and then supply it with the suffix BDY, and if I put my comma 1 on the end it'll automatically turn it on in this view. So I hit create and finish. So then inside our nulling tab I can get rid of all of this and I can use a null polygon, and my null polygon will then be this boundary string that we just created, and re-triangulate. We're now going to tag all of our road 1 design strings so that we can easily recall them at any point. So we can just finish on this panel, turn on our alignment string for road 1, and if we use the little option down here called tag, it will bring up the tag tree. We can click on tags and insert. Our new tag name will be road 1, and we just hit enter and click on update details to create the tag. If you then go to tag objects, everything in view number 1, we can tag both the models and the strings, or just the strings or just the models. In this case we'll create the models. We hit tag objects and update details. To check that it has worked, we can just click on road number 1 and hit retrieve, and you can see it's tagged these models as road 1. We can then hit finish on that.